Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys what I would look like if makeup tutorials didn't exist. I know Thanksgiving is coming up and there's a lot of things that I'm grateful for, obviously, besides the makeup. I mean, there's more important things in life, but makeup tutorials are something that I'm definitely grateful for because I am self-taught. I know a lot of people always ask me if I went to school or not, but I did not go to school. Although I practiced and practiced, YouTube had to do a lot with it. Before I started doing videos, like obviously I would watch other people doing it. It makes me really happy that there's people actually out there learning from the tips I give you guys, and of course I'm grateful for you guys. Without you guys I wouldn't have any of this. So YouTube just in general has been such an amazing thing that has impacted my life. Today I wanted to tell you guys exactly what YouTube or just makeup tutorials in general have taught me and things that I didn't know before I watched all these makeup tutorials. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this, and I hope it's helpful because I'm definitely going to tell you exactly everything that I didn't know and everything that I learned. So let's get started. The first thing that I really did not know about, I've learned a lot of things through primer. I still strongly believe that they don't make your foundation last. It just gives a nice base for the foundation, and that's exactly what I've learned through primers. It makes the foundation apply way smoother. If you have oily skin, there is primers for oily skin. If you have dry skin, there's things out there that will moisturize your face, and that's something that I was not aware of, and I would just go directly in with foundation, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to avoid the primer. I'm not going to lie though, there is times where if I'm just not feeling it, I won't apply primer, but I definitely always apply like some kind of moisturizer. So I always have to have something on my face. There's a lot of things with foundation that till this day I have issues with, but obviously YouTube has taught me like your pink undertones and yellow undertones. One of the main foundations that me and my sister actually would purchase was the MAC, what is it called? The MAC Studio Fix. So that foundation, we would always use it, and it's crazy because that foundation was actually very popular. Whether you had dry or oily skin, it was just a popular foundation that everybody used, and for some people it just didn't work out. Some people it made it break out. People were not using the right foundation for the right skin tone, skin type, I'm sorry. By the way, everything that I'm saying is personally things that I have learned. I know people out there, you know, don't need tutorials to figure out what's right for their face and stuff. I'm telling you guys from my experience what I learned and what I didn't know and all that stuff. I feel like till this day I never wear the right foundation color because I love looking tan, but I'm too lazy to tan my entire body, so it just doesn't look well, but I don't care. But I have really learned on YouTube that matching your foundation with your actual face is not the best thing to do. You always have to match it to your neck and the rest of your body in general. A lot of us constantly use foundations that have SPF in it, and when you go out, that's obviously going to protect your skin from the sun, and that's just automatically going to protect your face and not your body. That's if you're not wearing any SPF on your body, like I don't most of the time. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on this really fair foundation. This is from It Cosmetics. This is a CC cream, and I've actually never used it because it's fair. I think I'm in the color light in this. Maybe like right now putting it on my, well, it is actually really lighter than my face, but you guys know what I mean. I'm trying to like do a little example. Just matching the foundation exactly to your face. It's not gonna match your entire body. Okay, I'm gonna bobby pin my hair because this is like a struggle right now. So I'm just gonna blend this out. A lot of things I learned obviously were like dab, or just be careful how you blend out the foundation, because if you're rubbing like crazy, you're going to pretty much just spread the foundation around. Oh my god, and I know people till this day that do it with their hands. It does blend out really good. It's just something that I'm not used to. So I'm really taking this foundation underneath my eyes because social media in general really made the concealer underneath the eyes trend a lot and stuff. Moving on to concealers. Concealers nowadays are meant to obviously be applied underneath your eyes. I mean, just depending, there is concealers out there just for your face, and there's a lot of concealers like this one meant for underneath your eyes and all that good stuff. But one thing that I have learned, really learning the difference with concealers, because there is heavier concealers out there that are not meant for underneath your eyes, and one like this one, this is a Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the color Fair. This one right here is meant for underneath your eyes as well as for like the rest of your face. This is something I would never do. If I would use concealer, I would just use it for like a pimple on my face or just any dark spots that I would like to conceal. So Concealer is not something I really cared about. Also, another great thing that I have learned throughout the years of watching videos is color correcting. I don't really color correct my face at all. It could be kind of confusing, but looking at the color wheel, it really helps you. Next, I'm going to be taking this Avon powder. This is the Ideal Flawless Pressed Powder in the color medium. I have learned that pressed powder like this is used individually. This is actually a complete separate foundation, so you could wear this alone. I do know people that actually use pressed powders like this on top of foundation, and it makes the foundation look very flawless. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you if you're doing any of these things. It actually looks amazing on the face, and if you do want that extra coverage, I think you should do this, but I didn't know that it was actually able to be used on its own and it could still give you good coverage. That's something that I did not know, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this right above. Honestly, I don't even know if I would like rub it on my face. Shit, dark. I really recommend you actually patting it on the face. I would always use the MAC press powder, not sure what it's called, but I would use it above my MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation, and this powder is way too dark for me. And of course the under eyes. I mean, baking has been trending so much lately and it does miracles. I really believe in baking. It prevents from your under eyes creasing. It prevents from your T-zone getting very oily. I think baking started with like drag makeup and stuff. Oh my god, this is not my color. But it's okay, y'all. This video is just to show you how shitty I would look if makeup tutorials didn't exist. I could look like crap all I want right now. There will be no contouring in this video because if it was not for social media, girl, my face would be looking round like this every day. It just gives your face color and it gives your face dimension. Everyone nowadays does that to their face. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this blush on my face. I'm gonna be applying this on the apples of my cheeks, and in my tutorials I say I'm gonna be applying this blush on the apples of my cheeks, but what I mean from that, I think I'm just so used to saying it, but what I mean is I'm gonna be applying it right above the contour, which is like around here, not like literally on the apples. If I just apply it on the apples of my cheek, it just doesn't look right. It makes my cheeks look fuller. It doesn't look good on my face. So I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. But as you can see, it just looks a little bit awkward on my face. It all depends on your face shape on how to apply it. I'm not here to bash on anyone that does their makeup a certain way. This is all just for fun, y'all, and this is just what I don't do anymore. Highlighter is such an important thing on our daily lives. Like, if I don't wear highlighter, I feel like I'm just not complete. You know, I want that cheekbone to be on and poppin'. When I would look at these highlighters, I didn't know what they were for, because even if bronzers and all of that were not in, I'm pretty sure they were still being sold. And I remember once I had to purchase this like powder. It was really shimmery. I was so confused. I was like, who is gonna be applying this on their face? And I look back, I was like, wow, that was a highlighter. Personally for me, if I had not watched makeup tutorials, girl, my face would not have any kind of shine in it because I would always love looking matte. Moving on to my eyes. So I'm gonna take the Violet Vase Drenched Metal palette. Since we got the purple in the back going on, I'm just gonna take this purple color. So I used to go in directly with the eyeshadow that I was applying on my eyelid. Now, if you guys watch my tutorials now, you know that I start with a transition color. And let me tell you why. You'll see right now. And once I get to my crease and really blend everything out, it's just gonna really mess with the color that I have on my eyelid. Everybody has their own way of doing their eyeshadow, obviously, but for me, it just doesn't work. It always just goes everywhere. Okay, so now I'm gonna take, I don't know, this color right here, and this is a metals palette, so these colors are all very shimmery. Just apply matte colors on the crease. At least it looks a little bit better, because if you apply shimmers on the crease, it could emphasize all of the wrinkles. I have done it before. It doesn't look that bad, but there is a slight difference. And another thing that I have learned is to always use different brushes for different reasons. So I'm just taking this big fluffy brush. I have learned that using a small crease brush when you really want to intensify the crease is the best for me, because I get to be really precise in there. And for transition colors, I use a big fluffy brush. You want to work slowly, that way your eye can slowly blend, look slowly seamless. Does that make sense? You don't want it to just be like bam. I'm just gonna go in there, and this is what I mean. When I first started watching tutorials, I noticed a lot, at least the majority of people, would use a light color first, which was the transition color, and then they would slowly work into the crease, and then most likely the last thing would be the eyelid color. It looks really weird. I'm getting some of the purple eyeshadow on my crease. It's just a hot mess, and I think if I did it the opposite way, it would be a lot easier. I blend out way better doing circular motions, and there's people out there that do better just doing windshield wiper. That is definitely like the #1 thing that I have learned. That's like the best way to blend, and start off slow. Don't go in directly with a color like this. For my lower lash line, I'm just gonna take some black eyeliner and just apply that, and that is it, because girl, that's pretty much all I would know. Honestly, one of the main people that I learned to smoke out my lower lash line from was Jaclyn Hill, because that girl does amazing, beautiful smoked out eyes. She's definitely one of the people that really taught me how to smoke out my lower lash line, because I would never really do that before. I never really cared for it. So with eyeliner, it can be very difficult. People till this day, even watching tutorials, struggle with it, but I think it just takes practice. So I'm just gonna take this NYC eyeliner. I'm just gonna go in there and just press it on the face. And I really recommend you actually going in very light. I have learned to get the right wing is to, you know, lightly just, how would I say it? You're gonna go in there and like lightly let it go. Does that make sense? That was like a horrible one. I'm just gonna go in there. You see how it's really hard to get that sharp wing? I'm really just putting a lot of pressure. I gotta thank tutorials for this one, y'all. Seriously. I think wing liner is so difficult, and I completely feel you, girl. Moving on to mascara. I don't think mascara has ever been tough applying. It's not that difficult, so nothing has changed with that. Alright, it's time for my brows. This one is like a big deal to me because I have struggled a lot with my brows. I have very, very light brows. I've always had very thin brows. Not like the brows, but I mean like the hairs. And I'm so grateful for those brow tutorials out there because they've really helped me out a lot. I would be the person that would just use anything for my brows. I didn't know the difference from eyeliner to a brow pencil. So today I'm going to be using this eyeliner. Just gonna go in there and draw my brows and do them so intense because we are gonna pretend I don't know anything about makeup. And obviously you guys, of course, I'm not saying that everybody sucked at makeup because obviously there was pros out there before tutorials existed. For the most part, I'm speaking for myself. That is one bold brow, boy. This is like when I really was not educated at all with makeup, but I'm gonna be a little bit more realistic. I'm gonna take my brow pencil and fill in my brows. If you guys go back to like my older videos, which I don't even want to mention it because it's so embarrassing, my brows used to be super crazy. I thought I had the best brows out there, and they were very squared and very thick, like especially my brows. I mean, they were more bad than this, huh, Brian? For my eyelashes, I am taking the Stardo lashes. I don't even know where I got these from. I'm sure I got these like somewhere in a store. I didn't start using really good lashes like Cocoa Lashes or even Mink lashes till I started hearing from them on YouTube. I'm gonna use this small eyelash glue right here that usually comes with the lashes. I didn't discover like the really great eyelash glues till recently, actually. Even when I started my channel, I was using like those duo glues. And now I still use the duo eyelash glue, but it's the one in the tube form, and those just work way better for me. Before I even let this get a little bit tacky, I'm just gonna go right in there and apply it. See, like right now I'm struggling applying it because I did not wait for it to get tacky. Yeah, these lashes are like really tiny. For my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and line them. I think everybody is like aware of lining your lips. I mean, everybody's aware of like, I think every kind of makeup product. There's just a lot of new techniques now that are just trending so much that I believe wouldn't be if it wasn't for like all this social media. And now I'm gonna take this lipstick. This is by Makeup Academy in the color Cashmere. I don't think if it wasn't for tutorials my lips would look crazy. I mean, it's not such a hard step. I do think though I wouldn't know much about like liquid lipsticks and stuff. Social media has to do a lot with it. I think I would just be using regular lipstick because I wouldn't hear about these amazing liquid lipsticks that are out there. Alright, so I think we're all done with my makeup. Alright y'all, so this is how I would probably look if social media did not exist, period. I'm just kidding. Although I watched all these makeup tutorials when starting to do my makeup, I obviously thank myself as well because without my hard work practicing on myself, I wouldn't have the skills I have now. So obviously we gotta pat ourselves in the back too. Let me know in the comments down below what makeup tutorials have taught you. If not, I'll do a video as well. I'd love to see it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!